Shalom Aleichem Rabotai, this is Rabbi Kovacs, and we are continuing our limud of Mishnah Yomi in the second parak of Shabbat, and we are on Mishnah Hey and Vav today, and Baruch Hashem, it is Aleph Kislev, it is Rosh Chodesh, and Baruch Hashem Chanukah is on the horizon, and it's exciting that the second parak of Shabbos in the Gemara, in the Talmud, Daf 21, Daf Chaf Aleph, is the prime source in Shas about Chanukah. There's a discussion, can we use the same oils and the same wicks on Shabbos? Do we have to use the same things in Hanukkah, or can we even use the ones that are not approved for Shabbos for Hanukkah? There's a discussion, Chabta Ein Zokek Lo, if it went out, do you have to relight your Hanukkah licht or not? Do you have to make sure the candle's still going? And do you have to use the high-quality oils? So it's Baruch Hashem, at some point in this Chodesh Kislev, before Hanukkah, it's Kedai, very much for both sides, to look in the Gemara, Shabbos 21, Chaf Aleph, and it's very exciting because that's this parak right now in Shas in the Gemara is the source for Hilchot Chanukah as we know them. Great. Now on to parak base Mishnah Hey Hamchobe etaner. Somebody puts out his Shabbos candle. He's afraid of the non-Jews. So what's going on? This was in Persia. There was a cult of fire worshippers, and they were idolizing fire. Even though Avraham Avinu already explained that water can put out fire, but they were not Maskims. They were worshiping fire, and on their fire holiday, they did not allow any candles or fires except for the official idol fire in their temple. So they would do very violent things to people who dared to light a candle or a fire outside of their pagan temple. It's a Musar, Rabosai. Sometimes people get the idea that their way of worship, I'm talking about Jews, their way of worship is the only right way. And, their kind of kippah or their kind of hat or their kind of whatever it is the right way to do it. And everyone else is pasnished, or everyone else is not holy. And it's not true. It's Baruch Hashem, as long as you're following, the Shas and the Shulchan Aruch and, Baruch Hashem, there are a lot of ways to be a Jew. There's no one way within the wide realm of halacha to be Jewish. So that's what these fire worshippers didn't understand, and they were very violent about it. The Mishnah continues, listim, where there's bandits coming through the town, robbing or attacking people, or somebody there has a medical problem, or Rambam is mashma, it could be even a psychological problem where they need the lights out. Or somebody who's literally, physically sick, sheyishon, so he wants to go to sleep, but it's bright in the room, potter. So he's potter. He's not chayav to bring a carbon. Not only that, but the Gemara explains, Barnur here explains, it's mutter. It's mutter to do these things. Usually when you say potter in the Mishnah and Shabbos, it's potter aval aser. He's potter for bringing a carbon, but you're not supposed to do it. The Gemara does explain there are some cases that are potter, and there are also mutter. So in these cases, mishum sakana, mishum machole, because there's danger involved from the non-Jews or the bandits or the illness. So it's potter and it's mutter in these cases. The Mishnah continues, kechos olaner. What if he's putting out the candle not for one of these dangerous reasons, but because his lamp might crack from the heat? Kechos olashemen, he might run out of oil. It's baltashkas in his mind. Kechos olapetila, he wants to save the wick and use it later. Chayiv, so he is chayiv to bring a chatas. Rabbi Yossi poter b'kul. And Rabbi Yossi says he's actually potter on all of these if he's worried about the nair or the oil, chutzun patila. But if he's worried about the wick, he wants the wick to burn. He's chayiv a chatas because he's doing something constructive, like they would do in the building of the Mishkan. He's making a mini charcoal. He's singeing his wick so it's easier to light next time, and he's saving it. So too, they would light a fire to make charcoal in the malacha of the Mishkan. And in Gemara, they explain Rabbi Yossi is like Rabbi Shimon. It's a malacha and it's tzurich legufa, but here the malacha tzurich legufa, he's chayav. Anyway, on to Mishnah Vav. Al shalosh averot nashim metot b'shot leidatzon. On three different mistakes, transgressions, women might come into risk of, God forbid, in the time of childbirth. Childbirth is considered a shatz sakana, a time of danger, and also a time where spiritually, if there are problems, we're going to see these are transgressions that affect other people, not just the woman herself, that she might be in spiritual danger, which might compound the physical danger. We'll find out later on in the Mishnah Shabbos that you could even summon a midwife from outside the Shabbos boundary. You could drive her on Shabbos, drive the midwife, of course, drive the woman on to the hospital on Shabbos. That's if your wife is approaching the time of departure for the Vlad, then it's kedai to review the halacha and discuss with the rabbi your options. But anyway, at this point, so what are these transgressions? She wasn't careful about the laws of nida, and Baruch Hashem, Rabbi Silber's teaching Monday nights. The Smichas Chaver program is discussing both Hilchos Nida and Hilchos Mezuzah. So Baruch Hashem, you have something politically correct to talk about on the Shabbos table as well. But Baruch Hashem, we're learning Nida now, and that certainly affects the husband and the family and the children. B'chola, she's not careful with challah. We learned already in Zerayim, challah is a form of truma, so the dough is like a tevel if it was chayiv and challah, but she didn't take. V'hadlochat in there, and lighting the Shabbos candles, because lighting the Shabbos candles is extremely important for shalom, to bring kavod to Shabbos, oneg to Shabbos is very important. So a woman who's not careful in lighting the candles is, bringing spiritual vulnerability. It doesn't say setting up the candles, because the common minhag is that the man of the house or children should actually set up the candles for her. Used to be the minhag that the man would also pre-light and singe the wicks, like we mentioned, kachasal and petila. If you singe the wick, then it's like making a mini charcoal. It lights better next time. So it used to be the minhag to singe the wicks. Our wicks today are very good. It's not absolutely required. We have these nice candles with nice wicks. So you got the nice wicks that go in the oil. But Baruch Hashem, ancient minhag that the man of the house or somebody sets up the lights, and the woman of the house does the hadloka. The hadloka the Mishnah mentions as the ikar mitzvah. Shkoyach Rabosai, a good chodesh. Don't forget to take a look at the Gemara in Shabbos 21 for your Hanukkah preview. Sei gesund.